Everybody hear me okay? Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'd like to take you all back 4 years to when we started Connected. Connected wanted to be a product-first consultancy. We were inspired by product-first organizations like Intercom pushing the way forward. We were tired of seeing so many great product initiatives fail at product market fit, fail in execution. And so we set out on our journey, laser focused on our team and on our craft. But we were purposefully closed off to the great product community around us. That includes all of you. My mantra was, let's keep our heads down. Let's focus on the work. Let's let that speak for itself. We're product people. Now, fast forward a couple of years, and something really interesting happened. We started to build our marketing team. And I remember like yesterday the debates we'd get in. Product versus marketing, product versus marketing. I would say sales and marketing-driven cultures are the past. Product-driven cultures are the future. I would say there's steak and there's sizzle. Connected is going to focus on the steak. And let me warn you, I'm going to push that analogy really far today. We can exchange steak for deliciously grilled fish, deliciously grilled veggies, tofu. I think you get my point. I would say steak and sizzle. I would say things like, sure, we can do a little bit of marketing, but not too much. Doesn't really matter. We're product people. I would say, sure, we can build a little bit of community, but not too much. Let's not let that be a distraction. We're product people. Imagine how horribly uninspiring a boss I must have been for that growing marketing team in their very first few weeks at Connected. Quickly, they tried a different tact. They held a marketing offsite, but they didn't call it a marketing offsite. They simply asked the leadership team to come prepared to talk about our favorite products and why. When it was my turn to go up, I stood up and I said, my favorite product is the soccer ball. It's perfectly round and simple. It's this leather sphere of goodness, and it goes back thousands of years, literally thousands of years, and now billions of people around the world use soccer balls, regardless of age, class, geography. And when you look at a soccer ball, you think about play, you think about fun, you think about community and competition. It's not software powered yet, but oh, just you wait. I talked for 10 more minutes than I was supposed to. Then one by one, every executive talked about their favorite product too. And they spoke passionately. They spoke about the emotional connection. They spoke about the impact that those products had on them. Interestingly, they didn't talk about features or spec. Walking home that night, it finally clicked for me. This distinction between sizzle and steak is a false dichotomy. Great products intrinsically have both. For a minute, I want you to think about the last great barbecue you went to. Seriously, try to think about the last great barbecue that you went to. Try to remember what it was like when you first arrived. The smells, the sounds, the energy, the people. Now try to think of that moment right before you sat down to eat. Maybe you walked over to the grill, looked over your friend's shoulder to see what was cooking. Maybe you went to the kitchen to find that perfect wine pairing. I bet you that you remember those moments right before you ate better than you remember the food itself. And in this example, when did that food become the product? When you bought it at the Metro? Or when it was on the grill? Good products, they solve problems. They provide utility, just like your ordinary food nourishes. Great products sizzle. Great products touch a deeper nerve. They speak to our humanity. They tend to build communities around them. Great products inspire. The reason I'm telling you this today, the reason I'm providing this whole backdrop, is that this idea of sizzle and steak as one doesn't just apply to great products. It applies to us as product people trying to push this industry forward. What does that mean? Well, I'm sure many of you are here today to take notes, to learn, to better your craft. And tomorrow, you're gonna go back to work, you're gonna put your heads down, and you're gonna hone your craft. That's okay, that's great. But you're also here today as part of a young and growing movement of product people. People trying to create product-first organizations. And you're doing that because you believe that building better products collectively will make it easier for you to build the kind of impact in your products that you want. That was my big aha moment. Our job as product people goes beyond just the heads down work. We have to make our craft sizzle. Let's go back to that barbecue. None of us are the guests. We are the hosts. We are the producers. We are the chefs, the bartenders. We are the curators of this really important new experience in how products and by extension businesses get built. And if we want to change the industry, we have to be more intentional about the experience. We have to make that experience memorable and contagious. What I'm trying to say is that we have to have more barbecues. And we have to invite more people in. Now, if you're still not with me, I bet you're hungry. But if you're still not with me, consider the price we pay if we continue to ignore this insight. I bet some of you in this room have been on the receiving end of an RFP recently. And I bet that RFP went something like this. We want you to be creative. We want you to bring your best practices forward. And here is the exact spec. Here is the exact timeline. Now go build it. Good luck. Or maybe you've been in that situation where you're working away on your product. You're pushing hard to that final release date. And out of the corner of your eye, you see your boss walking over. And she's got that kind of half smile. She's trying to hide bad news, present it as good news. She's walking closer and closer, and she sits down, and she says, "Good news. We have a new roadmap." And you say, "Why?" And she says, "Oh, because I was just with the CEO, and she said so." You dig deeper, and you discover that last year the board hired a management consultancy, and now the fate of your product rests in a 100-slide PowerPoint titled "The New Millennial Persona." Good luck. That nervous laughter, that hides something so much more painful. That's the death by 1,000 cuts of our craft. The person that pays the biggest price is the user. This is the stuff that sucks the joy out of our work. It's the stuff that makes us question whether we're even in the right job sometimes. Connected was born out of these frustrations, but truth be told, years in, we kept seeing them over and over again. We kept having to educate our clients after the fact on the principles behind our work. We kept having to educate our own employees after the fact on the principles behind our work. What I learned about building a product-first organization is that it goes beyond just hiring cross-discipline people. It goes beyond the process. It's not a menu of items on a list. It's a mindset. It's a powerful mindset. It has the potential to sizzle, but we have to let it. We have to invite more people in. That means everybody who touches the product development lifecycle. That means your CEO. That means the board. That means marketing and legal and ops. That even means those management consultants. And I promise you, if you do that, you might just learn something really powerful in the process. I get really excited about a future where product thinking and product-first organizations are household names, where it's the norm, where we don't have to fight as hard. I get really excited about a future where product teams can more seamlessly work together and be freer to make the right bets and ship them. I get really excited about what that means for the world, for the products that they get to experience as a result. Changing an industry is hard, but the cost benefit makes it so worth it. Now, here's the good news. We have already a critical and inspired community here in Toronto. We have meetups like Product Tank. Product Tank sells out to like hundreds of people every single month. It might be one of the most popular product meetups in the world. We have amazing product development studios like TWG and Wrangle. We have amazing product-first companies like Shopify and Wattpad. These are all within a few blocks of us. Changing an industry is hard, but it's made so much easier when we have that critical, inspired mass of community right here at our doorstep. Today is special because today Connected embraces the Sizzle, not as a distinct afterthought, but as intrinsic to our craft. Today, Connected opens its doors to this product community and joins the charge with you. This space that you're in, this is an intentional investment that we made to create physical space for the product community, and it's here for all of you. We have a new internal product that we call the Connected Playbook. And today, that's here for you too. The Connected Playbook looks like a deck of cards, and it is a deck of cards. It's a set of playing cards that lists all of the techniques and tactics that we use across disciplines when building products. And today, that's free for everyone online. It's free for all of you in physical form. And it's so powerful because we use that with our partners to get all of these different stakeholders on the same page about what we're building. It's fun. It's the sizzle to our craft. When I heard that Elevate didn't have a product track, I jumped on the opportunity. And I was given so much confidence by how fast our great speakers jumped in with me. Today, I'd encourage all of you to soak it in. Take notes, go back to work tomorrow, keep your heads down, keep building. You have to do that, but that's the bare minimum. And especially for you connectors in the audience, definitely keep working. We have lots to do. But I'd encourage you all to think more broadly about the job to be done here. Host more barbecues. Invite more people in. Invite me. I clearly love barbecues. I will bring a soccer ball. But seriously, I really hope you have fun today. I'm so grateful that you're all here, and I can't wait to celebrate with you all tonight. Thank you so much.